Alright, what you're looking at over here, you're looking at the guitar, and it's all sanded down. I went over it with 1500. Okay, I went over it with 1500 right here, 3M. Alright, you can see it right there. Water wet. So now it's ready to buff out. Now I decided I was going to go ahead and re-clear it with some clear coat, but I decided against that because I want it to be a natural looking vintage antique finish instead of a high gloss shiny finish where it looks like you know, somebody clear coated over an old guitar. And what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to buff that. Now what that's going to do, that's going to soften all these edges up. It's going to give it a semi-gloss shine, okay? Semi-gloss. Let me get that camera at the right angle. Alright, there we go. Now you can see me on the side here. Alright, it's going to give me a semi-gloss shine on it, and I'm going to go ahead and zoom it in just a little bit. There. Okay.
I got my mojo working, but it just don't work on you. Got my mojo working, but it just don't work on you. My mojo working, but it just don't work on you. I got my mojo working, but it just don't work on you.
Now, once again, this is a paint and body shop. So we use paint and body automotive supplies. And what I'm using here, if I can get this thing unplugged. Oh, you fucking bitch. Motherfucker, you believe this fucking shit, man? It's a fucking joke. Okay, what I'm going to use is I'm using some 3M buffing compound, rubbing compound. Now I'm going to be very careful so the guitar doesn't go flying away on me. Or rip any of the wood off of the guitar. Alright, once that's done, what I'm going to do, now I will get the sides and the back of the guitar, but once that buffing's done, I'm going to come back and I'm going to buff it one more time. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to use the foam pad polishing glaze, which is made by 3M. Now, this goes on at a different speed. Okay, and you're probably looking at me saying, yeah, that guy can do all that shit because he's got all the tools. Okay? You can fucking do it too, okay? You don't need all these tools. You can actually hand wax this and it'll be fine. Now I'm going to show you what it looks like buffed. You can see the difference, okay? And if it wasn't buffed, alright? You see what I'm saying? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and buff this down. I'll get the sides done. And then we put the Waterslide Decal on. You're going to really like that.
I got my mojo working, but it just don't work on you. Got my mojo working, but it just don't work on you. Got my mojo working, but it just don't work on you. I got my mojo working, but it just don't work.
So now what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and put our water slide on. Now the first thing I want to do, I want to go ahead and put all my electronics back in where the water slide's going to be. So we know where our parts go. Do you see what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Okay, now we know where our parts go. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put our Waterslide Decal on there. Now you can purchase these online. Okay, these are pinup girls. If I could get my scissors out here. Yeah. These are pinup girls. You can find them online. You can find them basically on eBay. Okay, they're called Waterslide Pinup Girl Decals. And what we're going to do is we are going to trim that out. We'll trim it out all the way around, just like you see. Alright, there we go. A lot of you have seen these before and a lot of you haven't. This is actually a transferable decal. This is lukewarm water. Now I'm going to put my decal right here, just like that. That's where it's going to go, see? So she's going to look like she's going to be leaning up in here. Do you see what I'm saying? Okay, so, you know, I'm trying to make it proportional. If you look real close in the water, it starts curling up on you. You got to be real careful. I'm going to go ahead and hold it open with my fingers. Just like so. We're going to wait a few minutes and let that set in there. Approximately 2 to 3 minutes. And sometimes you can tell when the decal's ready because it actually starts separating from the paper. Okay, there you go. Alright, I don't know if you can see that or not, but the decal is actually starting to separate from the paper, so I'm going to go ahead and lift it out of there very carefully. Okay, because you got to be very careful with these. These are not easy to mess with. Put it back in the water. There we go. Kind of slide it off. And as you're sliding it off, you want to go ahead and slide it on. You see what I'm saying? Just like that. So we're going to get her ass down here, see, like this. Go ahead and lift that up. I want her ass in her hand. See, her ass in her hand. Right there like that. Okay. Then I'm going to take my rag, and I'm not going to wipe on it. I'm just going to pat it. See, whoops, I'm a little too far. I'm just going to pat it dry. I'm going to blow on it, get the bubbles out of it. Try not to wrinkle it, because if you wrinkle it too hard, it'll actually take the paint off of the decal, and you don't want that. Now if you're making a vintage guitar like mine, it's okay if the decal is a little bit, you know, old and worn out. But if you're making a newer style guitar, you don't want that to be done like that. See? I'm going to go ahead and take my heat gun and I'm going to heat it up. Now you can also use a hairdryer blower for that if you want. This is a professional heat gun, which is way out of fucking whack for drying your hair with. It'll fucking burn your scalp and scorch it. Let me get this out. Very carefully, just like that. I'm going to put this back in our little parts bucket. But as you can see right there, there you go. One water slide, sexy hot mama, one water slide, decal, pinup girl, 1950s style, 40s, 30s, whatever, in your face. Wow. I'm just going to show you a little secret here we've been working on. I've been working on this idea here. We got that, but to really look at that 50s vintage rat rod old school shit, see? I think the white pick guard is really going to make it look nice. I really do. Of course, that's a Fender Telecaster pick guard. I got to modify it, I got to customize it up, and then I got to cut it out for our P-rail pickup. The next time you see this guitar, it's all going to be put back together, and it's going to be badass. And it's going to play nice. And hopefully, my friend Pete will get his mojo back and start playing the fucking guitar again. Thank you very much, you fucking thief, for ruining my day. See you later.